Hi guys, welcome to Winning Easy.
Hi guys.
We're back for another episode of how tipping and talking about racing for Australian Guineas Day. What a day!
Really,
what a race!
Yeah.
What a day's racing! What a race!
Yep.
Quickly before we start that,
Footy's back.
Footy's
Yes.
back. Yeah, that's what he
Looking
said.
forward to
He
it.
got in before
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
Yeah. Very passionate. This guy.
Yeah.
We both are.
Yep.
Para
Yeah.
Tigers. If you don't know rugby league, it's
Yeah.
back tonight.
Yeah. Looking forward to the Mighty Eels getting up over the Brisbane Broncos. Hopefully, fingers crossed. So
We thought we'd get into the footy spirit of it.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, can't wait. It's been a long off season and plenty to look forward to throughout the year. But we've still got some great racing throughout the year, and we'll be here every week tipping you plenty of winners. Hopefully.
yeah, just like this guy did last week. 4 winners last week. Had Ascadelia at even money. Had Tally around $2.50. Catch a Fire at $9, and Santa Ana Lane at $10. So great tipping by Wade last week. Absolutely killed it.
I had to pull my weight.
Yeah, no, I had a bit of an off week last week, not going to lie. Had a couple of seconds and a third, few near misses, but
Yeah, well, we cleaned up with the Quinellas between
Yeah,
us,
yeah,
so
no, we did, yeah.
when we're tipping different horses and that,
Yeah.
we can only one of us can win.
That's
so,
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was great tipping from both of us, I thought. And our one tip that we both tipped the quarterback and
Yeah.
they played him in a great race.
Yeah, sensational.
Sensational run.
What we thought would happen might have happened, just got too far back and
Yeah.
absolutely stormed one. I think he was beaten about 2.5.
Yeah.
But
I was actually in the run. I was actually hoping he's a very sort of one-dimensional horse the way they
Yeah.
ride him down the straight. I think he went for a run that wasn't there. I
Yes.
think he should have kept going
Yeah.
with momentum.
Yeah.
But in the run where he was, I was
Yeah.
hoping he'd actually ride for luck.
Yes,
He'd
he'd
done
pick
inside.
his way through the field.
And if he did that,
Yeah.
you watch him all span in the corner.
Yeah.
He would have got a saloon
Yeah.
passage
He
through.
just gave
and-
away too much start by
Yeah.
sort of steadying and just keeping him together before he got into him to get him clear running. So, but he ran a super race and
New market
yeah,
for him and a few of
definitely.
the others. And
Yeah.
just touching on some of the races last week, the Catch a Fire was good. Santa Lane was great. He's a really imposing horse. Like
Yeah.
behind the barriers when you looked at him, wow,
Yeah,
like
he looks
he's
sensational.
really
Yeah.
from spring to autumn.
Yeah.
He's a different horse.
Yeah,
But
best bet of the day there, Little Bassett. He ran a great race,
Yeah.
just peaked in fitness the last 25 metres, and
will be a
he
strong
ran
form,
he ran a super race. So he got attacked the whole way, and only the last 25 metres he peaked. But yeah, those horses will all meet again next start, and that'll be really great race. Looking forward to. Like you say, a really strong form on. A lot of good horses coming out of that race too. So
We'll quickly touch on the first Group 1, the Futurity, Turn Me Loose.
yeah,
You know, while Swain is second tip, I probably should have put him on top, but
Yeah.
you know, hindsight's a different thing. But he just had that fitness, and it was
Yeah.
good to see him take a sip.
add
Um,
another string to the bow, as they say.
He's a really good horse.
Yeah.
Like he's
Yeah.
a really in the upper echelon.
Yeah.
I hope he can run 2,000. They're going to give him
Yeah.
his practice time.
Mm.
I think if he can run 2,000,
Yeah.
I think personally he
Yeah.
might be able to really push Winks.
Yeah.
I think he's a really
Win-
star in making his horse.
Win of the day for me was the Godolphin horse that Ollie rode. Name escapes me.
Bow Creek. Yeah.
Bow Creek. Oh, wow. What about the acceleration
St. George,
there? Wow. I know he didn't go around a horse and got the gun run, but
His last 100 was
took the words
Yeah.
out of my mouth there. Last 100 metres was just explosive. He was just dynamic. Massive win, and big things in store for that horse. He really impressed me. He seems to have gone to another level of his preparation. So, like I say, Winks ain't going to have it her way this preparation. She's a freak, but hopefully there's some nice testing material for her there.
Well, that's it. I mean, you got obviously the Australian Cup next week, Bow Creek, and all those ones. Like my favourite man, Fenway, who I thought was home in the run, but like I said, just got beat by superior
Yeah.
horse on the day.
Yeah.
They'll go Australian Cup and then they'll go to Sydney, and
Yeah.
that's where they'll obviously end up meeting her. And that
Yeah.
so far, she really hasn't beat anything.
No, that's right.
You know,
Yeah.
like she's doing it easy enough.
Yeah.
But I think people probably. It's interesting. People are happy with wins, but I think if it was last prep, the way she was winning with those
Yeah.
electric turn of
Yeah.
forwards,
Yeah.
So she's an interesting one. Like
And it's hard to line up because the horse she beat on Saturday, Dibiani, like he has some good Melbourne form, and you don't know because he was first up. A lot of the horses she's been beating were first up. I mean, we've seen what Solicitors come out and done since, broke the track record.
yeah.
But you don't know because Dibiani could come out next week and run a 50 length last, or he could come out and win. So you don't know how the form lines up yet. She's taking on a lot of first up horses who haven't run again since. So I think we'll get a good indication of the form around her and really how well she's going by the way the horses that have finished behind her perform next start. So
good point. Good point there. So Tommy Loose was good, and he'll go on to Sydney now and be hard to beat in anything he is. We had the Oakley Plate, we had the old War Horse Lambert, second Group 1. Great big effort, 58 with the barrier. He broke a weight record. He's a really good Group 1 horse.
I think he slipped under a lot of our radar, and and had a look at the form, and like I say, his last 2 first up runs, one of them just got done in a photo by Chautauqua, and the start before that, the first up, the preparation before that, he only got beaten a length behind Chautauqua. So, but I thought for myself, the weight and getting on, and I think sort of a lot of people are in the same boat as us, as like we say, the weight and getting on in age, and can he perform up to that level again? But he did it, and great win, and like I say, definitely slipped under a lot of the radar for a lot of people.
Well, he's third going. The race he ran 4th and 5th the last 2 years, so really, Group 1 horse. It was only Group 1 winning the race, and the day class, and you can't be that Group 1 form, and he was way over the odds really at 30s.
Big odds,
he just slipped our minds, and I think slipped a lot of other people. The feature of the day, the Blue Diamond. Obvious Quinella for sure, and I know you went Balliana's a good but on exposed form they had lengths on the field, and they did, and they'll both go to Sydney. Ollie made the wrong choice. Did he? I think
he made the wrong choice for that race. That's my opinion. I think going forward, Flying Artie has the bigger future. But in saying that, how can you knock the winner?
I'm going to stick up for the winner. I just think, the second horse's run was sensational. You got shown on the turn there. But, and like Barry, but only one corner, but you're still 4 deep. The time they ran, I'm not a big thing on time, but when you're doing it up front and you're 4 deep, facing the breeze, and you still got a stranglehold at the turn.
What about his 400 to the 200? That's where he won it. That was just explosive as they turned.
In my opinion, in the slipper, if they draw well, I can't see the second horse turn in on the tables, in my opinion.
Fair enough, The
other one's already won Sydney Way going. Extreme Choice.
Was very green that day, though.
But he still won.
It's a big
and Flying Artie won't have a lead-out run in the slipper, you know what I mean? So, big things like that. I just think the win on the line, I know his run definitely peaked the second horse because he'd done a lot more work getting shown in the tournament, but he had nothing left on the line, that second horse, and the winner would have held him for another 100, and I have to admit, there was this thing that, in my opinion, I no doubt he would run the 1200. That wasn't, in my opinion, no easy. You watch his win when Ollie rode him by 7. He done that easy, and he had more gears up his sleeve, and I think Ollie rode him, thought that a bit more tempo, but like I said in the day, they ran the time. So honestly, both are great horses. I do probably they're going to be different paths out of the three of. Flying Artie's going to be up at Caulfield Guineas mile horse. Extreme Choice is going to be kept with the 1200. You know what I mean?
And we'll get a good look at we'll get a really good look at his opposition this week in the club. And we've got a great race. We've got the Magic Millions winner in Capitalist. We've got a really exciting horse in Astern from the Godolphin stables, unbeaten. Got the horse that should have beat it last time, was their best of the day, Defcon. And we've also got the Melbourne visitor, Weatherly, who absolutely brained them 2 weeks ago up the straight there at Flemington. Weatherly, that was... has a lot of Crystal Lily about this horse, I was saying before, and there's been big money for it. Open up $8.50, it's in around $4.80 now, so really, really big money for Weatherly, and if he runs up to his last start performance, I tell you, this favourite's no thing. Capitalist, it looks a superstar, but I wouldn't want to be taking odds on for it this week. I think this is, even though it's a small field, I think only 7 runners, I think this is by far and away his toughest test here.
Well, let's just get we'll talk about it later in the milk, but it is a good race because it's the most, it's a select field, but it's just quality.
Yeah.
But let's not keep Capitalist, if he doesn't run top 2, I know there's only 6 in it.
Yeah.
But if he doesn't run top 2, he's not in the slipper, so he's currently favourite, and he's not even qualified yet because the Magic Millions prize money doesn't count towards it. So he got to run 1-2,
Yeah,
and this is a fine balancing act here from the trainer Snowden boys, because they said that he's not screwed down for this race. He hasn't been screwed down the whole prep, even Magic Millions.
Yeah.
So he wanted to be close to screwed down because you still got to win or run second to get in the slipper. Now all these people are taking the shorts about him. Well, he's not even guaranteed in the field yet.
This is one thing for me that I know a lot of people will find silly, but it's just a kind of little formula that I follow. In his trials and in his races, he's never been beaten. He had a trial last week and he ran second. Now, I know he wasn't under a lot of riding, but for me, I don't like that. With I know that you don't want to come out and hustle and bustle them to win, but a horse that's used to winning and used to finishing in front in the line, I think sometimes if they're being pulled up and they've got another horse in front of them, it's just my thing, like it might sound silly to some people. That's the sort of the thing that I kind of worry about, and but he's all class, that horse, and I just salivating at that race. It's going to be an absolute ripper. So it's a stack of great races on the day as well. So
I've been through a lot of pressure on Shinny because you've got to win or run second at worst.
Yeah.
And that's all right. But like I said, if you run third, he's out the slipper and your favourite's gone.
That's right. Yeah.
But also he doesn't want to ride in too common because it's not a type of race where you can't sit 3 deep like he has on a couple other horses and riding. Not the type of race you want to be taking chances. So a lot of pressure on Shinny. Interesting that Vince Cardi, a very respected time analyst and form expert, on their performances, their two big ones, Magic Millions and Blue Diamond, different type of race and that, but he's got Extreme Choice 2 lengths better than Capitalist at this stage at their top peak. So really interesting that. It's a 2 lengths is a big gap. So I can't wait for that race, like you said. Probably the highlight of the day in a way.
That's right. Yeah, I agree completely. Yeah.
That was pretty much the 3 features last week.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get straight into it. Now I just got to quickly run across there, get way for.
So that's okay. So I'll kick us off here. Race 1's a Saintly handicap over 1400 metres. Going number 4 here, La Zumba from the Stephen Richards stable, Stephen King to ride. Now when these two team up, they're always a killer combination, Kingy and Richards. This horse, they thought enough of it as in its second race start as a maiden to race in the VRC Sires. That occasion, she only ran second behind Jamaica, only beaten 1 length. We've seen what Jamaica's done. She won the Oaks. She's a superstar, and that's really, really good form. She also has a less than 3 length run behind Don't Doubt Mama, who's multiple winner as well. So I think that's really, really good form. She drops 2 kilograms from her last start, easy 3.5 length maiden win. I think this horse has a lot of class, and $7 is really, really good odds. Number 1, Top Me Up in for second. Down in grade but up in weight. This horse has a 3 length win over Tally, to its credit, and we've seen Tally's multiple Saturday winner as well. Tally bolted in last week as well, so that was on a wet track. I think this horse really grows a leg on the wet. Number 6, Data Point in for third. Ran really good 2 seconds its last 2 starts, but $2.10 at the moment. I think that's really, really short. Nick Hall to ride for Mick Kent. And number 2, Sea of Tranquility in for 4th. So for me, it's 4, 1, 6 and 2, but that's a really, really interesting race. And like I say, La Zumba, only second start, and put it into Group 1 race. So we'll take a break, guys. We'll be back in a minute.
I'm back. Found my paper. Very important paper, so hopefully there's plenty of winners on. Alright, race 1 for me. I'm going number 8, Song Run here from the Robbie Griffin stable. Now, I'm 50-50 about which one to put on top here, but I was leaning towards this, and then I did look at the odds, and I have to admit this definitely swayed me just over that other one, who I'll put in for second, your tip.
Yeah, Zumba, yeah.
But this one, I think, it won a maiden at sale last start. Only just won, but it done enough. It was a big, roomy track. 1400 would greatly appreciate. And it's definitely improved from last prep to this prep, and I think it's $34 a moment. I think it's silly odds to beat your one. Like I said, it was probably 60-40 that one to yours. I just think the odds swayed me a bit. There's a bit of money for yours as well, but once again, I think it's come back really well. Sistine Spirit is another one who will improve big time second up here. and topped me up for fourth. I've been a big fan of this horse, but I have to admit, even though it was a harder race last time, I was very disappointed in him last start, and I can't back him with 58 kilos and 440. So
he didn't show a lot of fight last time, did he?
He really did.
Yeah.
He really didn't, and that's why they definitely dropped him back in grade. But in saying that, I think there's a few up and comers who can roll in here. So 8, 4, 5, 1. I think 8's massive odds.
Yeah, nice man.
Currently in the 26 now. 41's in the 26.
Yeah, silly odds opening price there. Moving on to race 2, it's over 1,000 metres for the babies here. Open race, like we say, a lot of unraced horses here. Going one, number 9 here, Altar Call from the Chris Waller stable. This is absolutely beautifully bred horse here by Fastnet Rock out of Response. It's currently $7 at the moment. Now, this horse's mother Response, she won a Rupert Clark and a Robert Sangster in Adelaide, which is now called the Sporting Bet Classic. She also ran 4th in a Newmarket behind Black Caviar. She was a super mare. If this horse has got any of Mum's ability, she'll be winning this. She's really, like I say, the mum was a really, really good horse. Not a lot of trial form or exposed form to go on here. Like I say, a lot of unraced horses, so you're just guessing. But I know Response was, I really like backing her. She was a good horse, and yeah, beautifully bred this one. So we'll see how she goes. $7, I think that's a good each way gamble. Number 11, Creativity in for second. Another one beautifully bred by out of the mother Voltara. She was a really, really good racehorse as well. Like I say, just going from the mum's side here, hoping they get some of the mum's ability. Number 1, Sort of White, is a racehorse. Won his first 2 starts and beaten a long way last start, but always got to forgive horses for one bad run. Was caught 3 deep on speed last trip, so just wipe that out. If you go on the form before, be a big chance in this. And number 2, Darren here from Darren Hayes stable. From the David Hayes stable. With Dwayne Dunn to ride. Got too many D's there. Darren, David and Dunn combo. Yeah, another one, beautifully bred horse, having its first start. Yeah, should go well here, but for me, taking a chance on a first start from the Waller stable, number 9, to beat 11, 1 and 2.
Yeah, very hard race. I'm just going what I've seen here with the race ones. Number 8, Queen Magdalene from the David Hayes stable. Yeah, nicely bred as well. It's had the 1 start, ran 4th back in January up the straight. So that's a big thing for me that it's raced up the straight. It ran a good race. Probably, you know, it was what I like about as well here. Is Barry 8's. It's drawn in the middle. It's got both options. Hopefully they walk the track, and we'll hopefully won't see any bias. We'll have plenty of options, and being up the straight before is a big thing. To beat number 3, is Happy Halloween. Now it's only had the 1 start up the straight as well behind the Weatherly race. Now it's on the wrong part of the inside there. How much the outside superior, we don't know. It got beat 8, but it's been trialling really well. And what I like about here is just drawn 7 as well next to my one, so it's got options. And it's out to $71 now. The ones that have raised, I think that's going to be a strong form, Weatherly, like I said. So I think you can naturally improve it. And then we'll go numbers 2 and 6 for 3rd and 4th. And the race that, like I said, I'm not really
you can't be too confident.
But those 2 that race, I think they're worth definitely a bet. So 8, 3, 2, 6.
Move on to race 3 here over 1,100 metres. I can't go past number 1 here, A Fleet of Spree. Its run first up was absolutely enormous. It's only beaten 1.7 here behind your even money favourite Estaminet. This horse is now 2nd up. Gets a 3 kilogram weight turnaround for that 1.7 length defeat. And also the senior rider Damien Oliver going on, replacing Jordan Child. Jordan rode it sweet last time, no problem at all, but the senior rider on big help. I think $9 is crazy. I'd said 3 second up runs for a win, a second and a third. So he's yet to be out of the money, 2nd up. And has a win over Lumosity at this track and trip. And we all know what a good horse Lumosity is. I can't believe this horse is $9 and Estaminet is $2. That just absolutely boggles my mind. You can get bigger odds for this horse to place than Estaminet to win. So, yeah, number 1, Fleet of Spree on top. Number 5, Hijack Hussey in for 2nd. Now, this is a really, really interesting horse, having its first run for Darren Weir. This horse has a victory over Seaspray, and Seaspray has a victory over Ascadelia. So, if you tie that form line in here, that's pretty much Group 1 form here. Like I say, and horses grow a leg when they go to Darren Weir as well. So, yeah, it's really, really big watch, Hijack Hussey. Any rain around it will absolutely love as well. The wetter the better for that horse. The favourite in for third, number 10, Estimate, flying, but like I say, $2.10, silly odds, rock bottom for me. And number 9, Miss Seaton Sands in 4, Kiwi coming across with good form, won the Telegraph handicap over there, time-honoured race. Yeah, so did we not run second? Might have run second, sorry, my bad. Yeah, at big odds, and then won its last start by pretty easily. So I think Tony McAvoy's got the horse now. So yeah, really good race. But number 1, Fleet of Spree, each way all day, $9, crazy odds to beat 5, 10, and 9.
Nice, mate. I'm going number 4 here, Miss Steele. Now, she hasn't won for a while, but she's that close to win. It's not funny. I think Saturday will be her day. We'll need a bit of luck if she gets back, but I like where she's drawn 9 because they come the inside, she can swoop, and if they come the outside, she'll be close to the outside if it's a faster superior. So I really like her drawn wide. It's really suited her. She's got too many ticks for me. Tuscan Fink, Sling, Ascadillia, form last start. In a great race first up, and you go back last prep, she was running in thanks to Beyond Miracles of Life now. She'll storm home, and I think if there's nice pace up front, she can beat these over the top. To beat number 3, who is Scarlet Billows, first up. Very good mare this, $14 at the moment. I think she'll be really hitting the line hard. You go back last prep, first up, she made a great race behind Chautauqua and Delectation. So once again, Group 1 form is superior. And that's why I'm trying those two. They've both got Group 1 form in the highest level.
Dino to ride.
Yeah, your man Dino. A Fleet Split for third. I think, she gets a lot of ticks, and she's just a really underrated mare. Always bobs up every prep. And number 7, Jaffles, who's $18. I think that's stupid odds as well. Definitely put this in your first 4. The favourite estimate, I think, is the lay of the day. Just don't back it. I'm 205 at the moment. Honestly, just lay it. I'll be shocked if it wins. So
well, on form and figures, it can't beat the Toppy home again. Like, natural improvement for the Toppy. 3 kilo weight swing, only beat at 1.7 lengths after getting a soft lead. And, you know, free speed comes from last, takes ground off it. Doesn't always work out that way, but
that's true. But it's been up now the whole since October. It's already been at its peak in my opinion. I think they're just trying to get some black type because it's well bred a darling horse.
Have a crack for sure.
And I think they're just hoping they can get some black type, but it hasn't been set for it, and some of these have been, and I think it's just the lay of the day.
Alright, move on to race 4 here. Great race. This is Roy Higgins quality over 2,600 metres. Best bet of the day comes up in this. Number 1, Sign Off. I think he's too good for these. He's class animal, this fella. $3.40 at the moment. To be honest, I can't see him starting that price. I think he's a $2.70 chance in this. He's 8 weeks between his first and second up run last start. He jumped from 1,700 metres to 2,500 metres and missed by an absolute pimple. Loves Flemington. I just think he'll run over the top of these horses. There's really good speed here. Any race that has Black Jag in it, you know there's going to be good tempo. The favourite, Assign, one of the other favourites, Assign, will roll forward. There'll be a really nice solid tempo here. I think he's just plain and simple too good for these. That's my opinion. He's my best bet of the day. Here, number 1, Sign Off. To beat number 2, Real Love in for second. Was half a length behind Sign Off last start. Sign Off was only second up. And like I say, the big distance increase as well. I can't see it turning the tables. They meet at level weights again. Sign Off came from behind Real Love and ran past it. I think that'll happen again. Number 4, Assign in for the third. This horse was a good win last start, went straight to the front, had an absolute cakewalk up in front. I think this horse is poison odds. Yes, it was a good win. Yes, it has a lot of upside, but it's jumping 600 metres in distance. It is on the up, but like I say, up in grade and up in distance. I think it's silly odds, but it's definitely a big chance. And number 9, Dandy Gentin for fourth, ran a good race last start as well. So, but for me, number 1, best bet of the day, Sign Off to win to beat 2, 4, and 9.
Only 2 chances, and I'm just going the other way. Real Love, love this mare. Always been a fan of her. I was hoping they would have brought her over for the Cups last year, but they decided to target the Perfect Cardinal. And in hindsight, with someone like Prince of Pence winning, I have no doubt that she's just as good as Prince of Penzance. And I think Sign Off, obviously, I think is a better horse than Prince of Penzance as well. There's only 2 chances. I think she'll beat him. I've been a bit critical of both her rides. Both her runs in Melbourne, I've been really disappointed with the rides. Very negative ride first up. And then last start, he missed the boat, Bradley, and I was really disappointed. I thought at the 500 she was going better than anything in the race.
Yeah.
Was going better than sign off, but the way ridden that didn't suit her. I want her to be more positive. I know you're going to say Black Jay will lead, but I want her outside the leader.
Yeah.
And she'll make this a true staying test, and I think she could hold off sign off. I know they're still the same weight difference, but in Dane, 56.5 for her, that's a great weight for her record. To beat sign off, sign for third, and Villanova fourth, but there's only two.
Yeah, just load up on the Quinella. Like I say, I there wasn't much between them, but like I say, I just think sign off has more improvement than Real Love. That's just my opinion, and I think he's my best bet there. I think he'll win, but they'll run the Quinella, those two. So yeah, load up on the Quinella. Move on to race 5 here. It's a Tab Reward Stakes over 1400 metres. Found one at nice odds here. Always been a bit of a fan of this horse. Number 5, Big Memory. He's currently $10 at the moment. Don't take that price now. I think he'll drift. I think he'll get around $16, $17 on the day. Last prep, first up over this trip. He's less than 2 lengths behind Mourinho in the Lawrence Stakes. That was really, really good form. We know how good Mourinho is. He's Group 1 class, that fella. That run alone will win this race. I think he's really, really good odds here. From Tony McAvoy's stable. Yeah, I think he's really, really good odds. Ollie to ride. This horse absolutely loves Flemington as well. He's a nice roughie here, Big Memory. Have something each way. I would think he'll run a really, really big race. Number 6, Dan Zephyr in for second. This horse is flying. He's won his last 3. Stays down in the weights again. Mick D, Michael D, young Kiwi apprentice, ran absolute treat his last 2 starts. This horse hard to knock. He'll be up there again, and given a lot of cheek. Number 4 in for third, Burning Front. Won over the mile last start, which was a bit of a suspect trip, but drops back to the 1400 metres, which is a big tick. He'll be up there again, given his all. And number 1 in for 4th, Libaz. Really run a really good race first up, beaten less than 4 lengths behind Winks. So that's really, really good form. And he's won 3 out of 6 second up with a 3rd placing in there as well. So he improves big time first up to second up. He's got to give these weight, but he's a good horse on his day, Libaz. But for me, a nice roughie, number 5, Big Memory, to be 6-4-1.
Yeah, nice. I think this is nearly the most tactical race of the day.
It's very interesting, isn't it? Yeah.
Very interesting. When you got Lee Baz drawing 10, you got Dan Zephyr drawing 1, and that there's going to be a lot of pressure coming. I think they're going to run at a nice tempo. Burning Front there as well, go forward sort of thing. I'm tipping last start in third. I'm going to stick with General Groove just because he'll get the soft running behind the 2. He doesn't win out of turn. Has more ability than he lets down. If he turns up and puts in, I think he can win with the way the race I plan on being run. I think he can be box seating and get a soft run. To beat Lee Baz at Wings form, that's just good enough to be mentioned. Dan Zephyr, he's a little star, this horse, isn't he? Great for the owners to have a horse like him. And Big Memory as well for 4th. I think he'll run. I think he's actually really well weighted. First up, he said last time in a good race, he can run well fresh, and I expect him to definitely do that again. So 10-1-6-5 there in a tricky but even race.
Yeah, no, I'm a big fan of that horse as well. So moving on to race 6 here, it's a Bob Hoisted handicap over 1,000 metres. Oh, this is a really good race on paper. I'm looking forward to this. There's a lot of really exciting horses who are kind of going to take that next step to the next level here and put the acid test to them. So, but for me, big fan of this horse. Number 3, Malaguera here. Goes on top. Ben Mellon to ride for the Freedmans. Drawn barrier 3. This horse will be right up on the speed. I think it'll lead. I think if they go on the outside fence, I think he'll get across there. Whichever side they go, whether they stay in the middle, I think this horse will lead. It's got a stack of speeds. Won its last 4 out of 5 starts. This horse has victories over Good Project and Reldas, who ran super races in the Oakley Plate last week. That's Group 1 form. That's really, really good enough to win this. $7 is great odds. Massive roughie here, in for second, number 10, Cashed. I can't believe the price of this horse. They put up $41. That's seriously crazy odds. This horse had 17 starts over the trip, 3 wins and 9 placings, and he's had less than 4 lengths behind the quarterback who went for before he went for a spell, who also ran great in the Oakley Plate. That's Group 1 form again. Like I say, I can't believe the price of this horse. Cashed. It was $41. I think he's into 26 at the moment.
21.
So 21 now. Okay, well the money keeps coming. Yeah, that was crazy odds. These big odds, and Craig Newitt, great booking. This horse will be sort of midfield. He'll be coming home hard, and Froggy, we know he's really probably one of the strongest riders in Australia. He'll be getting all out of him. Number 4, Headwater in for third. Good win last start in the Kensington. Beat number 11, Bull Pit, that day, who I'm going to put in for fourth. I think those two will be there or thereabouts again. But for me, number 3, Malaguera, I think each way all day. To beat 10, cash, really good odds, and 4 and 11 for third and fourth.
Nice. Yeah, I'm just worried about Malaguera being up the straight where it's going to be with barrier 3. You're going to have a good ride there from Benny.
Yeah.
I mean, like, if it was around the bend or even, I'm just a bit worried, but I think you're close to the winner because I think Cash is a really good each way.
Yeah, nice.
I'm angry I've missed the 41s.
Yeah.
And as we've gone to air, it's come from 26 to 21s. I'm really angry with Mr. 41s because I almost fainted when I saw the odds of it.
Yeah.
Just great little honest horse. We'll get each way all day, in my opinion, for the odds. You go back last, second behind Alpha Miss, beat Lincoln Rupee, Tuscan Sling form, Real Daz form, quarterback form, and it will just storm home over the top. We're drawing 9. I love where it's drawn as well on the limit. I think it's stupid odds to beat number 6, which is a Forgotten Horse Thermal Current. First up, hasn't won for a while, but as we saw with Flamberge last week, same start, Forgotten Horse, and has got plenty of ability. Headwater was really good first up. They saved him from the lightning and that for this. I think that's a smart move. And number 1, fourth, which is Lumosity, who I'm really a big fan of, but I'm just worried about the weight, to be honest with her. 58, but if she wins, it wouldn't surprise me because I think she's definitely the best horse in the race. But 10 cashed to beat 6-4-1. I'm really angry. We missed the 41s.
Yeah, well, like I say, we very rarely talk about our selections before air. So I'm in Wade's camp there. I think Cash is crazy. I'd say my second selection in the race too. So moving on to the race number 7 here. This is the feature of the day. This is Australian Guineas over 1,600 metres. Absolute cracking race here. Really looking forward to this. For me, I'm going number 15 here, Risque. I'm seeing is believing. Gate 10, Source would go back somewhere, try and slot in. Drops 2.5 kilos from last start. $12 is ridiculous. If you listen to David Hayes after its last start win, beating Mosson around, who we've seen ran another great race last week as well, he said this horse has been running some freak sectionals at home. He has absolute massive rap on this horse, and he's absolutely full of praise for Risque. I can't believe it's $12. I thought it would be sort of half that price. And also, I actually went to get on after he said it to the Australian Guineas. I went to get on straight away at $21. It came into $7 after Hazy said it as well. So I think seeing is believing. The times it ran was sensational. Hazy said that the times have been running at home, freakish times, and it goes on top for me here. Number 15, Risque. And for second, number 14, Perfect Reflection. I think this is the best horse in the race with the most ability. Drops 4 kilos from a vanity run where she was first up that day. Really good run. Just got held up back on the fence. Didn't get out till late. Really good run. Stormed home. She riding trash in this up to her ears. I can't believe that. This horse is $10 as well. That's crazy odds. The Kiwi, the favourite in for third, number 5, Extravagant. Well, if you go on times for this horse, if he shows up and if it's a good track, he should nearly just win this with any luck. Has to do it though. A lot of the Kiwis have come over here with big raps and not lived up to expectations, but he's absolutely flying this horse. And I think I read somewhere his last 4 good track runs have culminated in a total winning length of 24.5 lengths. So
they don't want any spit on the ground, that's for sure.
No,
spit. They want it rock hard.
Oh yeah, he wants firm track for this fella. And in for fourth, the machine, the absolute machine horse, number 1, Mahuda. Can't knock him, won 6 in a row, and he'll be thereabouts again. Whether he's had enough is yet to be seen, but you can't knock a horse that's won 6 in a row, so he goes in for fourth. But for me, number 15, Risque, really good each way to beat 14-5-1.
Yeah, that's what really hurts me. Mahuda, as you know, favourite of mine, but I've not put him in my top 4. I think his run will come to an end. He's Group 1 winner in the future for sure. This is one of the best Australian Guineas, I think, in the history of the race.
I agree.
You want to be a Group 1 horse, just a top class Group 1 horse to win this.
Yeah.
And I think he's in the future. And all my 4 other selections are all Group 1 winners, and they are stars as well. We better load up on Risque because I've got on.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah, so we went the quarterback last week. Obviously, you ran a good race, didn't get the money, but all our tips where we've gone the same before that. I don't think we've been out of place.
No.
So just load up this each way.
Yeah.
This is a really good horse. This Kiwi form is really good. This is a good bunch of 3-year-old Kiwi form. She was really dominant first up and has been trained for this whole prep. Don't worry about the 1200 or the 1600. Don't worry about that. You know, those
That's
things
just a
don't worry.
massive tick.
Yeah, in saying that, she's a Group 1 winner, 1,000 guineas over the mile. She's just crying out for it. Big Fleming to track, so much in her favour. It takes a good filly to win this against the boys. I think there's only been 1 or 2 in the history of the race, Machine, and she was a star filly, as we know. But she's a top class filly, Risque. To beat the Colt Extravagant, he's a really good horse, and I would go Colt to beat a filly. And on their performances in New Zealand, I probably would have still went here. But I like that she's come over here and just settled in, and I think she's improved. He's just got to come over here and settle in and do it. Like I said, if he wins, then she'll run second. I don't think.
Whatever beats her will win.
The other third horse, Perfect Reflection, you won it for.
Trifecta,
This is a horse who has said, I call this a star. I'm not going to blow my trumpet. This is a horse who seriously in the spring will be. The only thing I'm worried about here is that. It's already a Group 1 win over Delicacy and that, which some of these wouldn't get within lengths of. So I was happy with her first up run, but I'm just worried that she had that summer campaign and they've gone on to it and she raced a little bit flat.
She didn't really dash, did she? But
I still expected her to just beat them far. You know, I would have probably preferred they just tipped her out. Like I said, if she wins, it makes a fool of us. Like, she'll run a good race because she's just a good horse. But I don't know if she's at her top. If she was at her top, I think she would beat the Risque because Delicacy, I think, was a star. And 3-year-old filly to do what she did over summer was massive. But like we said, like Extravagant, like Mahuda, and like her, they've been up a while now. You know, I'm going the new blood here. And the other one who's second up and is a top horse, and her first up run was good and will prove greatly being running a bit more colder and will come with a run down outside of Jamaica. Expected massive improvement here. They'll ride a lot more quieter. And she'll come with Risque. I think Risque's turn of foot will be too good for her over the mile. But she'll be really warming up for her Oaks and that in Sydney. And will run 4th. Great race. This is a great race and a great edition of the race. And I think we got the winner between us there.
We've got the same trifecta, guys. So even if you play Cornellas and or trifectas and chuck those 3, and I think we've got the winner between us definitely.
Well, there's some other good, some other really good. Every single horse in the race you'd like to own. You know, the bottom weight Sailing By, I think she's in for a good prep, but I just don't think this is her right race. And you look at Tulsa, who just poor horse. Like, I know you draw wide again, and he's got to get back. Like, he'll win a race at Big Oz one day, but I just don't think the amount of work he's going to have to do in that down the outside. Too much for him. So Risque for me.
Agree. Alright, moving on to race 8 here. It's the Francis Tressady Stakes over 1400 metres. A bit of a hard race here, but I can't go past number 4 here, My Sister Lil. Now, this horse on the quick backup, you go back through this horse forms 2.5 lengths off Blackheart Bart, who's been Group 1 competitive. So less than a length behind Real Love, who we were just talking about, who's a Group 1 winner. And last week's only less than half length behind Ascadilia, who's got Group 1 form as well. Now, I think that's great form. I think that's by far and away the strongest form for this. It's third run in Victoria now. Will be peaking, really ready to go. $9, that's crazy. Mark Zara to ride. Has drawn awkwardly in 9, but if it gets across and gets any light, I think this horse is just better than these on exposed form and really peaking now. Like I say, third run in Melbourne. Really ready to hit its straps now, My Sister Lil. Number 1 will Whale in for second, class horse. Not sure what to make of the first 2 runs back from a spell. In my books, been a little bit disappointing. Probably been in harder races, but not sure whether the horse has come up or not. I think we'll find out. I think it's D-Day for this horse. Number 9 in for third here, Choose. Really consistent. Like we say, the Ascadilia, Tussin, Sling form, first 2 runs. Was very disappointing last start. Just forget that. You have to give horses a chance. Had a few issues. And number 11, Boundary in for 4th. Consistent type of horse. I think it's run 2 seconds out of its last 3 starts. So it'll be there or thereabouts again. But yeah, number 4, My Sister Lil, $9. Just eat that up. That's great value. 4 to beat 1, 9, 11.
Nice, buddy. Yeah, I think another one each way of the day is number 2, Jessie Bell. I think what I like about her, first up runs good. Once again, Tuscan Sling, Ascadilia form. What I like about this one, and some of these in the race, is that was the run to their race like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
It skipped last week's race. A couple of these are backing up from last week's, and went straight to this race, straight to Flemington where it loves, and obviously it's been targeted for this race. Second up record's really good, and you go back to its form in the spring, third behind La Passe and that Solicit, and then it ran 7th behind Politeness Fenway, getting beat 3 lengths in Group 1. And I think it's got superior Group 1 form, so I think it's been targeted for that race. Too many ticks for me.
She has really good tactical speed too. She'll be up there or thereabouts.
Yeah, see, barrier 5, I think it's just perfect for her because, like I said, she's very versatile. So Christy Simons just put her wherever he wants, and she'll look to win at some stage in the race. To beat number 6, Abide With Me, always goes good well. Barrier 2, so we'll get the right run. Number 10, Moss Beat. I put this in for 3rd last time and 4th at Massive Odds. That's a terrible winning record we mentioned on the show the other week, only the 1 win, but she's a knockout hope one day at Massive Odds, and definitely keep her in your first 4s and trifectas. And your 1 for 4, My Sister Lil, who we mentioned on this show last week, that would massively improve after the one run in Melbourne. Said its per form is Group 1 form, so I'm going the winner of Group 1 form. I had to put this in my top 4. Barrier 9, a little bit, maybe a bit of an issue for me, but where they go forward or back, I'm not sure. Like,
it looks a muddling speed on paper, but
I agree.
I think there's Shakespearean Lass, quick horse, will go forward as well. So.
But you might come across it for them. So that's the only thing. The 9's a tricky alley for me. Probably would have bumped up 1. So 2, 6, 10, 4.
Good. Right.
Break. Take a break, and we'll be back for the last.